So you've played your first couple campaigns on Mount & Blade 2 of Bannerlord since the release, and now you're looking for some mods to get into to go ahead and enhance the experience. Well, in today's video I'm going to go ahead and show you 5 mods that I think are perfect for beginners and will also enhance the gameplay for you to have a better time on your next run through. I'll also mention as well that all these mods are on the workshop. I'm going to go ahead and try and focus more so on the workshop in these mod videos in future, just because a lot of people will find this way easier to install them because it is just as simple as clicking a button, which is actually perfect to me because no more install guides. So let's start off with the first one, and this is a classic. This is SWADIAN armor, and basically what SWADIAN armor does is it adds an absolute ton of brand new medieval armors to the game for you to go ahead and mess around with. A lot of other mods do use this to go ahead and enhance rosters, but it is the absolutely perfect mod. You can find a lot of these armors actually in Valandian's shops. You're not going to be finding them outside of Valandia because they're much more medieval focused. But if we just take a quick look at the armors, you can see some of them, and there are hundreds actually in the game. This is I guess a plethora of armors that have been added to the game over the past year or so, and as I said, plenty of other mods do utilize this one to go ahead and enhance and give you access to these. So of course this means you won't be able to actually utilize this to create your own units right now until stuff like My Little Warband gets updated for the release patch of the game. I will also mention as well that all of these mods I'll be talking about are available for 1.0, which is of course the release patch of the game, and as you can see, these armors are absolutely awesome, so goddamn beautiful, and you can go ahead and keep on looking down. You will notice that of course that the thumbnails for them are a little bit messed up. This has been a Bannerlord issue for some time, and I don't think there is a fix for it quite yet, but already right off the bat you can see that we are looking absolutely amazing. So yeah, you can definitely start riding into battle gloriously on these armors, especially if you go ahead and enhance yourself with like an awesome cataphracts armor. You just look absolutely dope, and as I said, there are hundreds of armors to mess around with. You can outfit all your companions with these, so you can go for a pure medieval roster and just look absolutely sick as you ride into battle to destroy the infidels. Okay, so the next mod I want to show off in today's video is going to be Dismemberment Plus. This mod is an absolute must-have, and as soon as you start using it, you're not going to want to stop because it is absolutely incredible. So you may have been able to tell what the mod does. Dismemberment Plus allows you to actually decapitate, slice off limbs, and just bring a lot more life to the battles. It actually makes it feel like a proper battle. Let me just move up here with my SWADIAN armor. These guys aren't going to be able to touch me. We will obviously duck, and then I will start slicing off a head or two of these guys. You'll be able to see as soon as we get a killing blow, boom, his arm went flying off. We'll slice down on this guy right now, and we'll cut his head off completely. There's some shields here annoyingly, but boom, his arm went straight off. I'll try and cut this guy's arm off really quickly. Or his head. I don't mind a head, or a head will do as well. No, that was another hand. Yeah, that was a hand. And there you go, that was a clean strike down. So you can just see this, you basically get heads, you get arms, you get legs. Depending on where you hit in the battle, you will slice off that limb. So again, it just adds a lot more flavor to them, and you'll be able to see that not only do you do it, also the AI does it as well. So as you're in the midst of a 1,000-man battle, you're seeing arms, legs going off, and you get that epic bit of slow-mo as well, which is, of course, amazing to have. Man, the realistic battle mod, oh my god, yes. This mod is probably one of my favorites of all time. It goes ahead and enhances the battle in so many ways, and I think it's made it on every single list. I'm putting it on this one just because this is kind of designed for those of you who are maybe a little bit new to modding, have not used Nexus mods, so then in turn have not gone ahead and played with this mod, but it is absolutely glorious. Now, don't get me wrong, the AI has gone ahead and improved massively, and when I say massively, I mean it. In the most recent patches, they've really gone ahead and sorted out the stuttering issues and everything else. However, Realistic Battle goes ahead and enhances that and is basically kind of like a step above the new AI changes. What it will do is it will go ahead and make battles seemingly so much more realistic, because the AI will no longer be going ahead and doing stupid things like just charging into battle. They'll be blocking considerably more, and they'll be defending, they'll be doing way smarter tactics. They won't be overcommitting to engagements. The AI is now also way smarter on sieges. You can already start to see there's no like massive clumping in these battles. The AI is going in, they're striking on their weapons, and then they're kind of falling back. They're using their shields way more effectively, and the combat just feels way more fluid with this system. As I said as well, the AI has been specifically fine-tuned for I think about 10 of the brand new sieges now as well, so there's a handful of siege maps where the AI will actually understand them way better with this mod, and you'll definitely notice this one when it does come to these larger battles, just for sheer improvement of the AI combat. Now, do keep in mind that this does make combat extremely difficult. The AI will be way more proficient with it, so when you're fighting tournaments in the early game, you will again notice that the AI actually can defeat you, and if you're fighting against higher tier commanders and generals, it will actually feel like a challenge. You won't be able to be a peasant diving into a tournament and winning them right off the bat. I mean, you can still do that, but it's going to be way more difficult. Another thing to note with realistic battle mod, and it's kind of important to adjust these settings in the early parts, is that you can go ahead and click this button at the bottom of the menu before you start playing the game and really dive into these settings. So what do all of these mean? So you have the RBN combat. This is going to really go ahead and focus on the actual armor and the weapons of the game. They rebalance all of them, so you can definitely adjust this. What I recommend doing, if you're just playing vanilla, you can go ahead and leave all of these on. You don't have to worry. When you start using armor mods, that's when you want to go ahead and adjust this, just mainly because the AI itself the mod itself hasn't been rebalanced for any custom mods or armors and stuff, so just keep that in mind when you're playing. So what I'd recommend your settings, if you're playing vanilla and you're not messing around, just leave it all on like this. You can go ahead and choose kind of what settings you want to have on. If you're using any modded armors like SWADIAN armor, I probably recommend going ahead and turning off the troop overhaul, because that will go ahead and make it so that weapons and I believe armors aren't adjusted, and they are more vanilla based, which will go fine with stuff like SWADIAN armor. You'll be able to mess around with that, and just leaving the rest on. The posture system is something that a lot of people do not like, so you can disable this. The posture system basically means that if someone's just smashing at your shield over and over again, eventually you're going to fall over, and if you have low stats, that's going to hurt you. So again, if you're new to the game, I recommend maybe just turning off the posture system. Again, you just click the button here, disable it, and you're all good to go. Definitely leave the AI on for sure, and you can probably turn off vanilla AI blocking, because you don't want that. You want the AI to be better, and leave on the tournament setting. So it's going to be the settings of RBM. Honestly, this is one of the best mods out there that you can play. It will make battles considerably better and more enjoyable to actually fight. You'll really notice the difference between heavy infantry, like heavy elite soldiers will dominate this because of their better stats. They'll be able to absolutely crap on the lower tier units, which will make for much better battles, and you'll be able to really kind of build that professional army to take out the Coradia and not get slapped by a bunch of looters who kill your Battalion Bane champions that you've been working on for the past like 50 days. So we've had 2 battle mods, we've had an armor mod, and now is time for a mod that will dramatically improve your late game experience, and that is, I think, actually one of the highest rated mods on the Steam Workshop right now. That is going to be the wonderful improved garrisons. What this does is it goes ahead and makes city management so much more enjoyable. To go ahead and access this, you of course need to have a city of your own that you can go into. Then all you do is you simply go into the keep itself, go to improved garrisons, and it will open up this screen. So basically, what improved garrisons does is it allows you to go ahead and send out recruiters to go ahead and build up the actual types of garrisons you want. So specifically, if I want to go ahead and send out recruiters, I can recruit a new recruiter and then tell him to go ahead and move out. I believe if I go down to so you can send him out to actually go ahead and recruit specific units from certain cultures. For example, I can tell him to just recruit Valandian soldiers. I want to build a Valandian empire. He will go out and do that. I can tell him to go ahead and recruit basic soldiers. I can tell him not to recruit prisoners. I can go ahead and tell him to follow a specific template, and then I can go ahead and create that template. So for example, if I want him to go ahead and just recruit certain units, I can do that. So I'll auto create a recruiter, so it'll basically recruit it. I can then now go ahead and tell him to recruit specific units from a certain template that I can go ahead and create, and then he'll go out and maybe just look for the noble troop lines. This is a great way of building up a secondary army in your settlement, so you can basically go out, fight battles, and then return back to your settlement to recruit recruit high tier units. So you don't have to then go ahead and rise them up from the beginning. Now, keep in mind, this is going to be costly. You're basically paying for a secondary army to go out and recruit soldiers, buy horses, and to upgrade soldiers and stuff like that. You can also go ahead and tell them to train as well. So you can go ahead and create your templates right here, for example, and your trainers will look to go ahead and get these soldiers and build them up. And then when you bring them back to your settlement, the AI will start training them in the garrison. Again, you can go ahead and tell them how much to upgrade to. So for example, if I wanted infantry, I wanted Valandian infantry, and then I basically go ahead and say, in this template, I want, I don't know, maybe just 75 Valandian sergeants, and then the game will be like, I mean, actually I did a few too many there, but it's just 800 more, and then the game will be like, okay, and I'll have to turn this up to whatever tier it is. It's what, tier 6, right? I'd have to do that, max upgrade to tier 6, and then the AI, and obviously improved garrison training would need to be on, and now the AI will slowly upgrade these. As you can see, for 800 Valandian sergeants, it's going to cost me a lot of money to do this. But you can start to see what, you know, how this mod works, and it's just so good. It makes the late game so much more fun. You're not going around recruiting. You're letting the AI take care of that. You can also send the AI out to actually patrol with the garrison. So, for example, if I had like a 150-man garrison here, and I'm being raided by a bunch of annoying AI, I could send them out here. I could send them out on patrol, and the AI, and again, there's loads of settings where you could go ahead and adjust to make them more efficient. There's loads of stuff you can dive into, and it really isn't complicated, and it has a very, very good tutorial as well that will run you through everything the game had, like the tools have. You can just read all of this stuff, and it's super, super good and comprehensive. And you can send out patrols. Patrols can go out and basically protect your villages from being raided, kill looters, which are really good. You can adjust, as I said, the garrison, the guards, escorts. You can even escort stuff as well. And you can manage everything from this screen. And you can also copy these as well. So if you have a perfect template you want to go ahead and put to all of your stuff, you can basically just click copy to all castles or copy to all towns, and they'll do that. And you can just also specifically do this as well. So it's a really, really nice mod. You can go ahead and basically, yeah, build up other armies, protect your lands. It's just a must use, and it improves one of the worst parts of the Bannerlord experience, and that is late game and that city management. So definitely go ahead and check this mod out. Okay, so we've had mods that go ahead and improve battles. We've had mods that go ahead and improve the late game of Bannerlord, and mods that just look goddamn cool. Now we're going to be looking at a mod that goes ahead and improves the arena experience. So in more arenas, goes ahead and does exactly what it says it does. It goes ahead and adds in a handful of brand new arenas, I believe 13 in total, to really spice up the experience. You're not just fighting in the same one. This is a little bit of a street brawl. You got people on the roofs, which is really fun. I believe there are something along the lines of 13 different tournaments spread across 8 different cultures. So every culture has roughly around about 2 to 3 different tournament maps that you can mess around with. There's some really nice ones in the Empire as well. You can see this Azurai one has a cool little kind of podium in the middle, which you can stand up and hold. The Empire have a handful of really, really cool ones. You can see this one is like flooded with a podium in the center. The Sturgians have arenas built into the mountainside, again looking very, very nice. And of course, Valandia have much more medieval, overgrown, almost Bretonnian type arenas, which look awesome, and it just really spices up the early game. You find yourself fighting quite a few tournaments, especially I recommend them in 1.0. They will be harder if you're using RBM, but still you get such valuable resources from them, and it's just a real nice change of pace, not fighting over the exact same tournaments every single time. So that is going to do it for my top 5 mod videos. As I said, all of them will be linked down below in the description. All you have to do is click subscribe, and I believe none of these mods require any others to work. Again, they should be compatible with most other mods that don't change the same things. So just for example, if there's a mod that goes ahead and also messes around with city management, chances are it won't work with improved garrison. If there's another mod that changes the way the battles work directly, probably won't work with RBM, but stuff like Dismemberment Plus that doesn't affect like the stats and stuff, that should be absolutely fine. So yeah, all these mods work together. You can mess around with all of them, and you can pick and choose some more ones to put in and see if they are clean to work. So I recommend you go ahead and check all of these out, especially if you're a beginner to Mount and Blade to Bannerlord. These are really good starter mods that will get you going. Also, if there's any other suggestions, do let me know down below in the comments. If you have maybe a mod that I missed out on this list, and I'll make another video showing some more ones, do let me know. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this, and I'll see you in the next one.